Instructor gave you a slope. Slope is signified by the letter m, and that was 3 over 5. So this is also known as a ratio. A ratio is just something be divided by something else. So this is a ratio of 3 over 5, or a slope of 3 over 5. So given our equation for slope, in this case we'll use b and a. So it was what was that? You had y, we'll say yb minus ya over xb minus xa. All right, so that's our equation. So for point A, wow, for point A it was 5 and -2. For point B it was x, our unknown x, and 7. So this is x a, and this is ya. This is xb, and this is yb. So all you do is take those and plug those in. You know that. So what we ended up with was 3 over 5 equal to 9 over x minus 5 once we did all the math. So one of the things we have to understand about an equation is what you do to one side, you do to the other. That's just the basic rule of equations. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So if we have, this is 9 divided by x over 5. That's what this is. This is 9 divided by x over 5. But we haven't, we're not going to deal with decimals. We're going to leave them as whole numbers. We're not going to have anything like, what is, I don't know what the answer is. But anyway, if we have 3 divided by, that's going to be like 0.6. But we're not going to do that. So we're going to leave it as 3 over 5. So what you do to one side, you do to the other. So let's say I want to multiply both sides by 5. So I'm going to multiply that. What happens when you multiply, the only thing, it's only going to happen to the top. Well, it does happen to the bottom too. That's true. So in this case, if I were to multiply this side by 5, I have the same thing on the top as I have on the bottom. So if I have the same thing on the top as I have on the bottom, I have 5 over 5. This is just another way of writing it, times 3. And that's equal to 9 times 5 over x minus 5. So what happens is if I have 5 over 5, that actually equals 1. So that leaves me with 3. That just leaves me with 3. Sorry about that. Let me erase this. All right. So now I'm just left with 3 equal to 9 times 5 is 45. I have 45 over x minus 5. All right. So what I did to one side, I did to the other. I multiply both sides by 5, and that reverses, subtraction reverses addition, and division reverses multiplication, so on and so forth. So now I have a new equation, 3 equal to 45 over x times 5. Now I can reverse division with multiplication. So I can I can divide, wow, where are these words coming from? I can divide, I said it again. I can multiply both sides. I can multiply this side by x minus 5. I can multiply this side by x minus 5. So the same thing as we had with 5 over 5 here. 5 over 5, I'm just going to write brackets here. 5 over 5 is equal to 1. 5 over 5 is equal to 1. And the same thing over here. What I actually end up with is, well, let me rewrite this side. 3 times x minus 5 is equal to 45 times x minus 5 over x minus 5. So I have the same thing on the top as I have on the bottom. If I write brackets around this, just to illustrate, this is equal to 1. So now this can be 1, and I don't have to write 1 in front of it. So now I have a new equation. 3 times x minus 5 equal to 45. So this is my new equation. Let me stop right here so I can upload this and you can see it.